Welcome back, LSR-7 parents as teachers families. I'm so glad you're back for our second installment of virtual game night. I hope you had so much fun last week playing games with your kiddos during your family game night. In case you missed our first virtual game night video, we issued a challenge to all of our families to spend some time each week during the month of November playing games. We would love to see what your family game night looks like, so remember to share pictures with us on our Facebook page or comment on our YouTube channel and let us know what game night looked like at your house and how much fun you had. Last time I shared some of my favorite games and why gameplay is so important for development. This week I want to share one of my most favorite homemade games that you can easily make with things that you probably already have at home. It's the All Gone game. It's such a simple concept, but such a fun game and so beneficial in so many ways for kiddos' development in math skills, gameplay, turn taking, and so many other things. First, let me explain kind of how it works and what you need. So you're going to need a file folder, or you could do 2 pieces of paper if you don't have a file folder at home. Anything where each one of you can have a side. You're going to need 2 matching pictures. This one happens to be fish, so you don't have to have fancy pictures. You could just draw them if you'd like to, or have your kiddo draw them. That's even better. So you're going to need a picture, a matching picture on each side, and then counters or small manipulatives. So these are just little fish erasers. Have the same amount for each side. You're going to put those out, and then you're going to need a die. You can use a standard die with all 6 sides, or if you have a younger kiddo who maybe isn't quite ready for 6 or 5 yet, make your own die. This one is just a block that I painted and then I drew the patterns on. So this one only goes up to 4. It's a little bit easier for those younger kiddos who maybe would have a bit of trouble counting all of this. So you can adapt this game, make it harder for older kiddos, easier for younger kiddos. The one thing I will tell you is be super careful with your younger kiddos, because these could be a choking hazard for sure. Watch your kiddo, you're going to be playing right there with them, but just always be aware of that. If you have a younger kiddo, 2.5 up to 3, who maybe is still putting things in their mouth, choose a different counter. You can find things that are bigger that aren't going to be a choking hazard. You can make this game in any theme that you want. So this one, of course, is fish. I have pumpkins, and then pumpkin counters, bears with the bears for the counters, snowflakes, which is coming soon, snowflake counters. You can change it any way you like, but the biggest thing with this game is how quickly you play it. Goes pretty fast, super duper fun, and easy to catch onto and play. So each one of you will have a side. You're going to roll your dice, same number of fish on each side. If you roll a 6, all you do is remove 6 fish. And as you're doing it, make sure that you count each one that you remove. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the next person takes their turn. So the goal of the game is to be the first one with all of your fish gone first. And then you would say, fish all gone. You can play it again and add the fish back and say fish all back, or whatever you choose to say. It's a quick game. It's a great game to play. Sometimes maybe right when you need to make that connection with your kiddo again. Say you've been gone all day at work. We hear a lot of times that that's parents' most stressful time of day is when they get home, they're trying to fix dinner, and their kiddo just is right under their feet. They need something right then. Sit down with them, make that reconnection, because they've been away from you all day, and they need to feel that connection again. So this game is perfect for that. You can sit at the kitchen counter, play it in less than 5 minutes. Your kiddo feels like they had that face-to-face time again. Plus, they got a great game in while you did that. And you can, like I said earlier, you can advance it for bigger kiddos. Add 2 dice. If it's an older kiddo, 5, 4, they're really good with math, roll both of them and have them add up both sides if they're there yet. If they're not, they can just touch each one, and then you say 4 and 4 is 8. It's an easy way to extend All Gone for older kids or like I said, make it easier for younger ones and use a die that doesn't go up as high. Okay, so you can also adapt All Gone games. It doesn't have to be a file folder. It doesn't have to be pieces of paper. This is a super fun one to play outside. So I'm super hopeful that we're going to have more warm days. There will be a few thrown in there throughout the winter. I know we're getting ready to enter cold weather, but this is one you could take outside. When we get one of those nice warm days, take your dump trucks outside, have your kiddo gather rocks, any kind of rocks that you've got. If you don't have rocks, you could use blocks. You could use pom-poms and pretend like they're rocks. Anything that could go in your truck. So you can start with your rocks in, just like you would if you were using a file folder. Roll your die, and then they have to take out that many rocks. So we got 2, we take out 2 rocks. Whoever is first to finish it, then they just rocks all gone. You could do it a different way, and you could start with your rocks out and you load them into the dump truck, and then whoever gets there first and fills their truck gets to dump it, which that's super fun always. So that's a fun one, another fun way to play an All Gone game. When you're finished with that, I also wanted to tell you, if you get really nice flat rocks like this, super duper flat, you can change it, try a new game, and extend it to where you have your kiddo, you can roll the die, however many you roll, say you roll a 2, you get 2 flat rocks and you start stacking. So next time you roll a 4, well, that time they have to take 4 rocks and stack the rocks, and you're trying to build a rock tower. It is super hard to do, but it is so beneficial because they're learning so much about spatial relationship. How do I put this on here to make this stay without it falling down? We used to do this all the time at our house. My kiddos would have a kind of a contest of who could stack the most rocks and how long could it stand. And my daughter, I'm pretty sure, holds the record still. I think she got well into the teens of rocks, and I don't know if the wind blew them over or if one of her brothers knocked it down, but it stood for several days, and it's just another fun way to extend a game, make a new game. That's the big idea here, is just to make sure that you're playing with your kiddos, you're having fun on those game nights, and making it interesting to them. I know lots of little kids absolutely love dump trucks, anything to do with heavy equipment like this. And this would be a game that they would love to sit and play with you, where you already have everything you need for it. You don't have to go to the store and buy all these games like this. You've already got it. You just need to think in your head, what makes them tick and what makes them happy right now? And you've got it, because you've already got all those things in your house. That's it for this installment of Virtual Game Night. I hope you have fun playing games this week, and remember to share pictures of your fun on our Facebook page and comment on our YouTube channel. We would love to see the games you make. Have fun, LSR-7 parents and teachers families.